Dear students, I have come with the module 3.3. So I told you balance sheet equation is very important. So I am going to explain two problems. First problem is with the 4 subdivisions and second problem is with 8 subdivisions. So totally 12 transactions I am going to explain to teach you about the balance sheet equation. So last module I have explained only the changes in the asset side. This module I am going to explain the changes in the liability side also. See, my procedure for teaching is one by one I will include the adjustment. So if I will tell you every adjustment in one shot, you will find it really difficult. So last module I have explained the adjustments for asset side alone. Now I am going to explain liability side, because now you learned that what are the changes in the asset side. Now you will be able to understand the liability side changes also. So the first problem I am going to explain with 4 subdivisions. So first one is write the accounting equation of Mr. Anil. First transaction is Anil started business with cash rupees 7 lakh on 1st January 2020. Second transaction is purchase goods on credit worth rupees 1,80,000 on January 3rd 2020. Fourth is purchase machinery for cash 2 lakhs on January 5th 2020. And fourth one is payment made to creditors in full settlement on January 7, 2020. So we will see how it will change the 4 accounting equations and we will show the balance sheet also. So the first one is very simple. He started business with capital. So 7 lakh capital and cash in hand will be 7 lakhs. So the creditors will be nil. Accounting equation, you know that capital plus creditors will be equal to assets. Here in this equation, creditors are not there. So capital plus creditors nil is equal to cash in hand 7 lakhs. So that is your balance sheet equation. Liability side, you have capital 7 lakhs and assets 7 lakhs. Now coming to the second equation. Second equation is purchase goods on credit for 1,80,000. So now we are going to have a change in the liability side. Creditors will come worth 1,80,000. Now asset side, what will be the change? It's buying on credit. So cash position is not affected. So stock is coming as a new item in the asset side. Stock worth 1,80,000. So 7 lakh capital and creditors 1,80,000 will be equal to cash in hand 7 lakh and stock 1,80,000. So total of the balance sheet will be 8,80,000. Now the third transaction is he has purchased machinery worth 2 lakhs using cash. So what will be the change? Cash balance will reduce. Cash position was 7 lakhs. Now that will reduce to 5 lakhs. And machinery will come as a new item in the asset side. Liability side, there is no change. So capital 7 lakhs and creditors 1,80,000. And the asset side, cash in hand, because 2 lakhs they made for buying the machinery. So that cash balance will reduce to 5 lakhs. Stock 1,80,000. That will remain as it is. There is no change. And machinery will be 2 lakhs, the new item in the asset side. Then also the balance sheet total will be 8 lakhs. Now the next transaction is payment made to creditors in full settlement. So that meaning 1,80,000 was the creditors balance on the liability side, that they are going to make the complete payment. That meaning cash balance will reduce. You know that cash balance was 5 lakhs as per the previous balance sheet. Now 5 lakhs minus 1,80,000. So cash balance will reduce to 3,20,000. Now what will be the change on the liability side? Creditors will not be there. So capital 7 lakhs is equal to cash in hand 3,20,000 plus stock 1,80,000 plus machinery 2 lakhs. So that is how you will get 7 lakhs. So that is the first problem. So both the changes in the asset side and liability side I have explained. Now we are coming to the problem 2. This has got 8 subdivisions. So first one is Mr. C started business with cash. Second one is purchase goods on credit for 1,40,000. Next is withdraw for personal use. New item is coming, drawings. So capital value will reduce, cash balance also will reduce. Goods purchase for cash 1 lakh. Paid to creditors 1 lakh. Sold goods on credit 1,50,000. Sold goods for cash 40,000. Purchase furniture. So these 8 transactions I am going to explain. So here you have to remember the first transaction is very simple. Started business with capital. So capital 7 lakhs, cash in hand 7 lakhs. It's very simple. That is the starting. Now the second transaction is purchase goods on credit. Purchase goods on credit worth rupees 1,40,000. So here you have to remember that new item will come in the liability side, that is 1,40,000. So asset side, what change it will bring? That stock will come as 1,40,000. So capital plus creditors will be there on the liability side. Asset side will be cash in hand and stock. So total will be 8,40,000. Now you have to remember that third is drawings worth rupees 17,000. So drawings, you have to remember that it will be reduced from capital. It's proprietor's drawings. So it will be reduced from capital and it will be reduced from cash in hand. So what will be the change? Capital will reduce by 17,000. Cash in hand also will reduce by 17,000. So that is the change this transaction will make in the balance sheet equation. So asset side also there is a change, liability side also. So capital 6,83,000 and creditors 1,40,000. That will be on the liability side. Asset side, cash in hand 6,83,000, stock 1,40,000. So total is 8,23,000. Now the fourth transaction is goods purchased for cash, value worth 1 lakh. So that is the thing you have to remember, goods purchased for cash. So what will be the change? Cash in hand will reduce and stock value will increase by 1 lakh. Cash in hand will reduce by 1 lakh and stock value will increase by 1 lakh. There is no change in the liability side. So liability side will remain as it is. Capital 6,83,000 and creditors 1,40,000. So total is 8,23,000. Cash in hand 5,83,000 and stock 2,40,000. So that will be total 8,23,000. Now the next transaction is paid to creditors. Paid to creditors value is 1 lakh. So creditors value on the liability side will reduce by 1 lakh and cash in hand will reduce by 1 lakh. So there is a change in the liability side and there is a change in the asset side. So capital 6,83,000 and creditors 40,000. So total is 7,23,000 liability side. Asset side, cash in hand 4,83,000 because cash balance will reduce 4,83,000 and stock value will remain as it is 2,40,000. So total will be 7,23,000. Now coming to the next transaction, sold goods on credit for 1,50,000. So sold goods on credit. So that meaning debtors will come in the balance sheet, that is the asset side. Debtors will come in the asset side. The change will be goods are sold. From where you can sell the goods? That you can sell from the stock only. So stock value will reduce on the asset side and debtors will come in the asset side. This is the change of this equation. So liability side there is no change. Capital 6,83,000 and creditors 40,000. So cash in hand 4,83,000, stock 90,000 and debtors 1,50,000. So that will be total 7,23,000. Now the next transaction is sold goods for cash 40,000. Sold goods for cash meaning capital and creditors there is no change. Cash in hand will increase by 5,23,000, 40,000. Then stock will be there 50,000. Stock was 90,000 as per the previous balance sheet. Now it will come to 50,000. So sold goods for 40,000. Stock value will reduce. Debtors value will remain as it is 1,50,000. So total will be 7,23,000. Now one more transaction is there. Purchase furniture for 5,000. So purchase furniture for 5,000. You have to remember that capital 6,83,000 and creditors 40,000. There is no change in the liability side. Asset side, one new item will come, that is the furniture. It's purchased by cash. So that meaning cash balance will reduce to 5,83,000. Previous balance sheet, cash position was 5,23,000. So we are reducing 5,000 and cash in hand will be only 5,18,000. Stock will remain as it is 50,000. Debtors 1,50,000. The new item furniture will come. So that is total 7,23,000. So these are the two problems I want to explain. So the first problem I have explained with 4 subdivisions. Second problem I have explained with 8 subdivisions. So the previous module I have explained 3 problems. So many problems we are doing. This I want to emphasize again and again. This is an important module. This is the base of double entry transaction. This is the base of accounting, balance sheet equation. So this you have to be thorough with that. And more than that, what I have done is, in the description box I have given 10 problems. 10 problems and its solutions. So write these problems in your notebook, do that and check with my answer. So this is how you have to learn. The more you work, you will be more thorough with that. So I am wishing you all the best for happy learning and happy learning with me, Dr. Alice Vani. And please subscribe to my channel, promote my channel and share it with your contacts, because many students want to get benefited out of it. That is the whole idea of this exercise, YouTube channel. So please help in promoting my channel and work out the problems and give me the valuable feedback, how we can improve, how we can reach out to more students, how it can be helpful to others. Thank you.